disputed. So what you wanna do?
Hey ladies, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm feeling good today. Okay, all right. So it is officially cycle 13, day one. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so excited. This is my official first and hopefully last and only IVF cycle. I heard from the pharmacy yesterday. That means my meds are ordered. They're going to be here on Tuesday. Yes. The other great thing is I know my doctor wanted me to get my BMI under 40. I was just short of that by 2 pounds when I saw him last week. But as of today, the scale weighed 235 pounds. And that means my BMI is 39.7. I'm under 40 BMI. I hit the doctor's guideline. I hit my personal goal on before stems. Yes! I don't have anything else to talk about other than I hit my personal goal. It's cycle 13, day 1, first IVF cycle. I'm so excited to get started. And to commemorate this, I am wearing a Retrieve, Believe, Conceive t-shirt for this video in purple, because that's my sister's favorite color. And I think what I want to do with this video is recap the last year, because also with this cycle commemorates 1 whole year of TTCing, 12 whole cycles of TTCing. Not including, I mean, 13 cycles if you include my preconception cycle. So, it's been a year. It took me a year to finally give in and just do IVF. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm glad to be at this point. And just moving forward. Okay. So, enjoy the recap of my last year. How I got here. Why am I trying to be a single mom by choice? It's been 13 years since I've had a serious, committed relationship. I just have been considering insemination since 2010. Since 30 years old. You know, you go into this, I am going to pick out my baby daddy from a catalog mentality. Whereas if I'm not doing it for love, then I might as well be superficial. What happens if this kid gets a little older and starts asking about their donor or asking about their father, and you know, maybe they become a teenager and they finally ask me why I picked the donor that I picked for them, and I wanted to have a good reason. So that's how I went about it. I went through looking through the profiles as if I were interviewing a husband. I like him. I like his parents. I think his parents would like me. I think we have a lot in common. Can't say that he would like me, but I feel like we would have a lot in common and that we would get along really well. So that's how I picked my donor. Journey, and I'm really excited about this process, and I'm also scared and overwhelmed and anxious, and just can't wait to really get everything going and just hope that, you know, everything turns out all right. Like, I'm gonna keep going to the acupuncturist and see and keep that going. I'm also working on dropping some pounds, because I really do need to drop some pounds in order to, you know, let this pregnancy be as healthy as possible. Reading the report and seeing that not only did I have a blockage on the left side, or which they call an occlusion, I had mild I forget what it's called. I had a mild that, but basically you get that. It's kind of like the ballooning effect of the fallopian tube. You usually get that with a distal occlusion. But I also know that the HSG can also clear occlusions just by nature of the test. So what I think is I probably had a distal blockage. That means a blockage at the end of the fallopian tube near my ovary. And by nature of the test, the fluid sort of cleared that blockage, and I ended up with, so before the blockage was cleared, I got the mild ballooning, and then it cleared and I got the free spill. So that's what I think is happening. And actually, my blood work was fine. I have plenty of eggies. Whatever that hormone is, it determines how many eggs you have left. He said it needed to be above 1.5. Mine was like 2.99. So that's great. The only thing that he doesn't like is, well, he's been telling me this for a long time, my weeds. So, okay. So it's insemination day. Woo! But I feel emotional. Like, oh my gosh, I really did this. Hopefully it takes. I'm extremely hopeful about all of that. And I don't know. This is like a moment for my history book. You know, my book of life. And I even got to get the vial. They gave me the vial. Let me see if I can pull it out here. They gave me the vial as a souvenir. So here it is. I got that. It's my little donor vial. So he said, oh, it's a souvenir of your experience. I said, well, hopefully the baby is a souvenir of the experience. Everybody in the room laughed. There's like 3 people in the room. So I guess I got to get used to extra people looking at my hoo-ha or whatever. You know, it's never a fun time when you're up on the table with your knees spread. You know, it's never a fun time. I think what I'll do is head to the dollar store. And I've been joking about this on my Facebook group, but I'm like really serious. It's not even a joke. Like, I'm going to head to the dollar store. I'm going to buy like 20 pregnancy tests. And I'm going to be taking them every day. I have an appointment to come back in 2 weeks for the blood pregnancy test. And the doc says he just doesn't trust the urine test. So he always does a blood test. So we'll be back for that. About 11:30 this morning. Got a call from the doctor's office. It was a nurse to let me know that, unfortunately, my blood test was negativo. Maybe, you know, if insurance really feels like that my fallopian tube is too far off, then maybe we should consider IVF for a 3rd cycle if I need to go that far. I don't want to spin my wheels about it, you know, considering I have a blocked tube. We're already only going to do 3 IUIs and then seriously consider IVF. So I only bought 3 vials at this point, and I think my donor is starting to sell out. So I guess at this point in life, I'm trying to figure out if I should just purchase a 4th vial or not. Maybe I'll purchase a 4th vial and I'll just leave it there with them in the event that I can just give it back. But what I want to do is maybe try a pre-auth with the insurance for IVF. And if they're willing to go in on IVF, then, you know, why put it off? Just do my third round if I need to go to a third round. Like, I am going to do a second round of IUI, but if I need to go to a third round, maybe just do IVF in the third round with my last vial and see how that goes. It's definitely a doctor's office, right? Pretty bare room. I'm in here by myself for now, but I'm just waiting for the doctor now. I'm about to have this date with my donor again. To insemination day. Alright, well, talk to you a little bit later. Alright, bye-bye. Okay, now it's after the insemination. I got my souvenir. That's my donor vial. And I get to wait and relax for about 20 minutes. And hope little swimmers do their thing. The cycle has been weird from the very beginning. Never really got the thermal shift after ovulation. This is tough. This one is tough. You know, I tested 8 days post IUI. That was negative. Day 9, negative. Day 10, negative. Day 13, couple of negatives. Day 14, that's today, very negative this morning. It's really hard to stay optimistic when, you know, you felt like it was really good, you know? But, you know, my insurance seems to think both my tubes aren't really good and that IUI is a waste. So they're refusing to pay for it even though it's covered. How about that? I lost my sister last year. And when she was in the hospital, I told her, because I felt like she might not make it, but I wanted her to know that I was going to move forward in this journey. And that when I had my little girl, that it was official. That her middle name would be Gwendolyn, because that was my sister's name. And as confident as I felt in this cycle, as of last night, I was 99% sure that this beta would come back. I am 99% sure that this beta will come back negative. The interesting thing is that last night, usually when I have vivid dreams, they're just kind of random. And last night I dreamed about her. I saw her face. And I saw her face. And I was talking to her. We were talking about the vehicles. Because there were 2 vehicles, her van and her daughter's car. And she was telling me how she was going to call somebody to pick up the cars. And I said, no, we traded the van in. That Bria's, she's got a Kia Soul now. And she smiled. And I was telling her that no, the other car, I was trying to tell her, is at the apartment, it's not at the house anymore. That's all I remember. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means anything. I miss my sister. My sister fell ill in June. And so I just wasn't able to start last year. My life went on pause. When I was there for my sister and my niece. from June to May of this year. And I was so determined to get this process started, to unpause my life. And so excited, but sad at the same time. Because my sister would have been my biggest cheerleader. Even though she doesn't live, she lives in New Jersey and I live in Florida, she would have been my biggest cheerleader, and I think she still is. And I don't know what that dream was last night. I don't know what it was. Maybe that was her being my cheerleader. I miss her so much. I got one niece. I have one niece and her daughter that lives with me. She's been living with me for almost 5 years now. There's another one of my sisters who's also deceased. She was killed in 2010. And I feel like I've been taking care of her and her baby. And I spent the last year taking care of my sister who just deceased, her baby. I just want my own baby. I feel like a mom to these two nieces, but I don't, but they're not my babies. I want to be somebody's mom. Beta results are in. Surprise, surprise. Negative. After mulling it over all day, over IUI. I think my next step is definitely IVF. If I do another IUI, it will take some serious convincing. Given some deep thought, I want a sibling, and IVF is probably something I would have had to do anyway. Would have been nice to get a pregnancy out of IUI and not have to incur that cost, but I mean, if the problem is really my tubes, hopefully I can get some good embryos out of IVF, and you know, maybe get pregnant right away, leaving some embryos to try later for a sibling. So that's it. So what does the doctor think? He thinks there are multiple factors that's contributing to my lack of success in the past 2 IUI cycles. Number 1 being my weight. Surprise, surprise. It's always about the weight, right? Like, I knew that would be the first thing that came out of his mouth. That was number 1. Number 2, he said my eggs might just have a very thick shell. So the sperm have a hard time penetrating it to fertilize. That could be another factor. Third factor could be not having a receptive endometrium. So he also said that while he's not specifically diagnosing me with PCOS, I have indicators that I might have a mild case of PCOS. Perhaps. I don't know. My cycles are pretty regular. But I don't know. But that's what he's saying. Maybe that'll go away when I drop some pounds or something. Who knows? Okay. But he was pretty adamant about, you know, not really wanting to move forward until I dropped some pounds. He would much rather prefer to work with a patient whose BMI was under 40. So there. Now, in order for me to get under 40, I've got to lose about 30, 35 pounds, roughly. To everyone affected by Hurricane Harvey. Some of you may know that I am in Florida and we just experienced Hurricane Irma, which me and my nieces and all 3 cats totally escaped to my homegirl slash manager's house in Little Bern, Georgia, which is east, just outside of Atlanta. Considering that Maria is out there ripping up places, you know, my heart and thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by Maria. I mean, my gosh, you know, those islands, Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos, all those places are still, you know, Antigua, Barbuda, all of them are still, you know, recovering or trying to recover from Irma, and then they get rocked by Maria, who came through like a wrecking ball, you know. I mean, between these earthquakes and the hurricanes, and there's typhoons that are going on in China, Asia, you know. It's really tough. My prayers just go out to everyone affected by any natural disaster, you know. What do you do? That was a 12-pound weight loss for the doc. And he came in and he said I totally made his day and that he was so proud of me for losing 12 pounds in the last 4 weeks. I am going to work extra hard to get close to my 235 goal so that I can maybe try to still squeeze into the egg retrieval in November instead of it getting pushed to December, because that really sucks to have to wait until January. I mean, not December, but January. That would really suck. So I know that I was already talking about moving forward with IVF, and I'm on this weight loss journey. And by the way, I am 18 pounds down as of today. Yay. That weight loss journey is going to continue. So it's cycle 4, and I plan to do an IUI in cycle 5. And I use California Cryobank. Apparently California Cryobank is celebrating their 40th anniversary, and they're giving away sperm to 40 families over 40 days. All I had to do was comment on their Facebook post with hashtag spermiversary and give a fond family memory, right? Oh my gosh, oh wow, I just want a free valid sperm, right? And I'm thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to do an IUI cycle next cycle because I have the extra sperm and it only cost me an extra $1,000, no big deal. But I just felt like this was the universe telling me that I could possibly get pregnant this year, right? Oh my gosh, I just won 4,000 sperm, just like winning $4,000. This is a total jackpot, people, okay? Plans change when the sperm is free, baby, when the sperm is free. I feel good today. I feel good today, and today is going to be a good day, and we are going to make a baby today. I'm claiming it, that we are going to make a baby today. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We are going to make a baby today. I'm claiming it. You know, it's all in God's hands at the end of today, but I'm claiming we're making a baby today. I have a date with my donor. That's what I like to call my insemination days. Date with the donor. This is now our 3rd date, and we all know the 3rd date is like the make it or break it date, right? So He's got to impress me. This is his last chance to impress me. No, it's not his last chance, but you know that. The do is done. My extra file. And now I get to do my visualization and listening to some healing tones. But I'm getting a lesson in patience today. She done stuck me 4 times. Could not get blood. And now I gotta go to a lab, which means I won't get the results today. As you can see, my beta came back negative that day as well, although I didn't find this out until the next day. But the next day, my temp went back up, and it went up again. And, you know, I'm thinking, you know, maybe I'm not completely out. However, once my beta comes back negative, the progesterone is stopped. Well, this morning, I go to take my OPK, and I go to take the strip, and the urine isn't even across the strip, and the test line is like dirt, just like that. And I'm like, you're kidding me, because yesterday it was nothing, absolutely nothing, just like that. Lickety split. This cycle's over. This cycle's over. The puffy eyes from the crying earlier is because this is so hard. This is so hard. And I feel like I cannot catch a break. I cannot catch a break. This being cycle 6, I'm officially 6 months into this journey, and it's taking its toll on me. I feel like everything in my life is such a fight and a struggle, and I just cannot catch a break. Anything that I ever want for myself is always such a fight. It's been my whole life. And this isn't a BFN, but it is just as upsetting. And the fact that not having that tank here was a huge blaring reminder that I'm trying to become a single mom by choice. Because if I had a husband, if I had a partner, that peak wouldn't have mattered, because I could have baby danced today and everything would have been fine, right? Cold. And I can kind of feel it through the mitts. And I'm going to drop this in my warm water. And my 15 minutes is starting. Hopefully it is mixed well. And I am just going to pour it. Previous tests have been negative so far. officially past time. So let's take a look-see. This one's -2. I started to feel like, how long am I going to keep putting off this whole dating thing? I mean, I might go another year before I get a baby, a year or more. So I really needed to rethink my position on whether I should be out here dating while TTC. So, you know, since we have kind of this history, we've never met face to face, but since we kind of had this history, we never even talked on the phone actually, and we just had this history, and I wanted to be honest about the fact that I was TTCing, since I've kind of known him online for so long. And I was honest with him. He's about 41 years old, and he already has a daughter, and he said he would want more children, and he didn't say that he would have a problem continuing to build a relationship with me if I were pregnant, but he said he would want to know everything about this guy and his medical history and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, well, he's a donor. I don't know him per se, but there is medical records. And I think he just assumed that maybe I found a random guy or whatever that I don't want to be in a relationship with to try to have a baby with. But it's like a gateway, you know. The idea is that, you know, it starts out as a normal, you know, massage, and then all of a sudden they're touching you in places that they probably shouldn't be touching you at that point. So it's the gateway. So if the guy offers you a massage and you don't have any kind of relationship with him, just understand he's trying to get something. I went to him, I said, well, I don't know why you feel that way. Do you care to talk about it? And his response to that was, we'll work through it. And I'm like, like, I don't even understand. Like, you disappeared for 5 days, and because I didn't pick up the phone on New Year's Eve when I was potentially out and about and partying with my friends, that all of a sudden I'm hurting your feelings. Like, so I'm automatically like, okay, all right, I'm out. I'll just wait for him to finish talking and then let him know that there's no point in continuing because I don't fit your weight requirement, you know? So, so then he goes from that topic, and then he jumps into a whole other topic where he talks about, I guess, like his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, I can't remember, and her cheating on him, and then bringing him back a disease. Oh, antennas up. Disease, wait, what? So I'm just thinking, you know, maybe she brought him back like gonorrhea, you know, or something like that. Maybe like, I don't know. You know, I'm just waiting for him to say like what this disease is. And then he tells me that she brought him back herpes. Well, okay. Okay, so I've dropped 25 pounds of those 35. I'm really close to it. Considering how close to it and the fact that I need a break right now, I'm perfectly okay if he does not want to move forward with much. Back on the IVF journey, back on the weight loss thing, but you know, I am just gonna try to live life and have more fun because I am kind of over. I'm kind of over all this work that it is trying to make a baby. I am actually enjoying waking up and not having to stick a thermometer in my mouth to do basal temps. I'm enjoying that. So I have vowed for the month of February that I will do no TTC monitoring, especially since I'm not trying to get pregnant. So I will not be doing any basal temping. I will not be doing any OPKs. I will not be doing any ferning. I am on a TTC fast. Aside from these few doctor things that I need to do, I am on a TTC fast. I need a break to relax and calm my nerves and emotions, and I think that's probably where my blood pressure is as well. I'm here to get my endometrial cavity check. So this includes, it's kind of like an HSG, but they use the water. I forget what it's called. I'm gonna put it down here, and then they're gonna you know, do the ultrasound, check the follicles and stuff.
You're really good.
Be all those good herbs. So no fibroids, no polyps, no. I attribute that to my acupuncturist. She's had me on some really good herbs. So I know the fear was the fibroids would come back. You know, it's been 2 years, so it's fantastic. And my Eagles won. They're Super Bowl champions for the first time ever. So it's Valentine's Day, and no, I don't have a date. I am taking myself out though, in the spirit of doing things that I love to do and getting out of the house more and trying to be happy and all that great stuff. I have tickets to The Lion King. Yes! I feel like I done lost 50 pounds already, but the problem is I keep gaining, so it seems like I ain't go nowhere. This says I am not synthetic, meaning I'm human. I'm allowed to be flawed. I don't have to be perfect. And it's okay for things to not work, like my body not working. It's okay for that. But at the end of the day, I sparkle and shine. I am a boss no matter what. Where I often feel like, am I not losing this weight because I don't want these babies as much as I think I do? Like, why can I just not be super duper committed as I was back in August and September? Why can I not be super duper committed? Am I just over it? You know, you think even with, you know, dropping 20 pounds, things would be a little better. But I don't know. I think work is ruling my blood pressure. And I just need to get to a point where I just feel caught up with work. And I think my blood pressure will normalize. My sugars, on the other hand, are my sugars. I just need to work on that.
I would like to see that BMI below 40.
Yes, that's my own personal goal as well. That will happen very soon.
I mean, if you could lose...
I'm less than 10 pounds there to get there. So...
Usually when you go to start the process of IVF, patients are placed on birth control pills for a few weeks. But I don't want to start birth control pills until I see the weight 40 or below. So.
To have my BMI under 40, I need to weigh 236 pounds. Now I am 244.6 pounds as of this morning. That's the official weight. So what I do hope is that this low dose birth control pill doesn't stall my weight loss. But yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to my sis and her husband. Say goodbye. I think you all know how much I miss my sister, and you know, pretty much dedicated this whole journey to her, because if you haven't seen my older videos, well, I've talked about my sister would have been, I believe she still is, she would have been and still is my biggest cheerleader. And hey ladies, it's Tamikia TTC and
Sandra.
Hey!
C45. Hi.
Like, what we talking about? I don't know. Apparently boobs. No, hey,
to the video.
I got boobs now. They're heavy and they hurt. That's her tagline. That's her big. Look who I found in New York. Yay!
The fact that everyone has what's called a dawn phenomenon, where your body, your liver will produce glucose to wake you up. But some people like me wake up, it'll be a certain level and it will keep going up until I eat something, right? My weight on his scale, I didn't get that pound I was hoping to get on his scale. I guess they done recalibrated it. So my weight was 237.2 on his scale. There will be no retrieval in early July. No retrieval in early July. Because I'm doing a retrieval in early June! Woo! I hope y'all screaming with me, because baby! Yes! Yes! Okay. Alright, ladies, so that has been my year in review. It was new and exciting and educational and emotional. It's been a roller coaster, the biggest roller coaster in my entire life. I still have so much more to go. I'm still at the beginning of this cross-country race with hurdles. Is that even a thing? Is there such thing as cross-country running with hurdles? Man, I'm telling you, I explain to people all the time when they congratulate me on like the next steps in this journey, and IVF is definitely a next step in this journey. And trust me, I wish I didn't have to come this far, but considering that I do have to come this far, I mean, I am glad that it's an option. I am glad that it's an option that is available to me, science-wise, financial-wise. I am grateful to my job and my medical insurance that's contributing to this, although I would have taken out a loan. I'm not gonna lie, I would have taken out a loan to do this anyway. But I'm grateful and blessed to be even able to do that. So I'm just I'm feeling excited and nostalgic and in disbelief that it's been a year. I mean, I've cried about not even imagining doing this for a year, but having to do it longer, like some of you ladies out there. The time seems to move so slow, but yet so fast. And where does it go? Where does it go? So, I hope you've enjoyed this, and thank you for being along on this journey with me. And you know, if you're new here and you're just now joining, thank you for joining the party. Hopefully this video was able to give you a nice little recap, and I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited. It's just been so much, and I'm so grateful. And ready. 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 Me and my sis, we are ready, okay? We are ready. So again, thank you for watching, and thank you for following. And if you're not subscribed, you should. You're missing out. Thank you for commenting and being involved, keeping me on my toes, and just thank you. Thank you for helping me feel, to all the ladies in this community who not only watch me and follow me, but share their stories. Thank you for helping me feel so not alone in this process. And I still haven't got to my pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But I feel like I'm close, and 2018, this is my year. This is our year, ladies, who are still trying. Baby or bust, 2018. Keep watching, hit that bell for all the latest updates, because while the weight loss journey continues, right, I want to drop as much as I can before transfer, so I'm still on the weight loss. But the baby journey is kicking into full gear. We got another focus. Now it's time to stimulate some follicles, retrieve some eggs, believe that it'll happen, conceive them, and conceive them. So we've got a ways to go yet, and I hope you continue to follow me. Sticky baby dust to all those TTC. Bye.